Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're going to a spot that we've camped at before, or somewhere around it, near the back of the Amazon. The reason for that is it's supposed to rain pretty bad tonight, and the pathways to where I wanted to go will basically get washed out and I won't be able to walk up them because they're quite a steep embankment. And also, with it being that it's almost 100% to see rain at some point tonight on the weather scale, I just want to make sure that I get set up and test this tent out finally. We are cooking something a little different tonight. We're cooking some ostrich steaks. So that's another reason I wanted to be away from residential areas, so that I don't tip anyone off with the smell of cooking a steak. So we're going to do some hiking, get set up, and check back in with you in a little bit. So if you watch the Amazon video, you'll know that the trail was so overgrown that it was actually almost unwalkable and definitely not visible. It looks like the council have been out with a weed whacker and gone back about a foot each side from the trail, so it's at least walkable. And I ain't seen much rubbish since I did the cleanup last time I was here, so that's nice. Quite a few lads out fishing, to be expected, but I didn't see many out with any gear to protect them from the rain. So I'd imagine when the rain comes at around 7 o'clock, just about an hour and a half, we'll have these whole woods to ourselves again. We can enjoy some ostrich steak. But yeah, it looks a lot better down here. People can actually walk and ride bikes, so that's nice. So we're back set up in the spot that we were here a couple of weeks ago. It's the exact same spot, and I'm a little bit disgusted. It's been 2 weeks since I've been here, and there's rubbish everywhere. There's beer cans, there's milk cartons, there's sweet wrappers, there's fast food boxes. So I don't know if the fellas that were cutting the grass decided to sit in the woods and have a beer after work and just left their stuff, or whether someone actually found this has been using it. But we'll clean up after we're done. I'll flip over and show you set up for the night. I do got that ground sheet down again since it was supposed to get pretty wet, but I just wanted to touch base with you guys on that. It's absolutely filthy in here. Beer cans, milk, water bottles, handy wipes, all kinds of stuff. Not fun. So hey guys, all set up, tent's all good to go. Time to crack a beer, and then we're going to start supper. Just stated is ostrich. 2 ostrich steaks here. We got some spray olive oil, a little bit of homemade rub, just salt, pepper, garlic, nothing crazy. We will get those on the go. See what ostrich steak's like. Because I'll be perfectly honest, I couldn't tell you. Did I turn that off? Died. Well, the ants are coming to try my ostrich apparently. I like the sound of it. Comes in a little pack. Looks like it's already pre-marinated. Let's get my little knife out. There we go. Side. One day we'll be organized. One day. No promises this will win. Put that on there. It says to cook this for about 2.5 minutes on each side, but we're going to go a little bit longer than that just because I don't necessarily trust the stove that much. Yes. Rub. Just garlic, rock pepper, black pepper, corns, salt, all wrapped up into one. So I'll let that cook for about 2.5 minutes. Blood around because it's gross. Crack a Guinness. Sit and chill for a little bit. It looks like this is already previously cooked. So maybe that's why it only says to warm it up for 2.5 minutes. Cheers, everybody. Appreciate you guys watching. Next week's video's probably going to be a good one, but there won't be hardly any gear because I'm planning on sleeping in a very open place. Lots of traffic, so I'll be very well hidden. But with the Euros going on right now, I feel like it's an apt place to set up camp. So we'll discuss that later. Well, my steak cooks nicely. God, I'm still disgusted with how bad the litter is over here. Alright, we're going to finish up cooking here, guys. Take about 5 minutes, and I'll be back and let you know my impressions of ostrich steak. The steak's almost done. I put a little smidgen of Guinness in there just to cook with it and keep it a little bit tender because it does look like it's kind of a more dense meat. I'll give it a couple more minutes here and then we'll clean up and have supper. Alright, so my ostrich steak supper has cooked. We're going to try it here right away, let you guys know what we think of ostrich. Never thought that word would come out of my mouth, but hey, I have literally eaten stranger, and I'm not afraid to try new things, so it does seem a little bit tougher than normal steak. Still a little bit pink in the middle, so it's like a medium rare. You know what? That's actually bloody really good. Who knew? The ostrich is the new Black Angus, boys and girls. Chuck a little bit of horseradish on that, you're laughing. That is really quite delicious. As you say, I never thought that I would eat ostrich, but I'm glad I've tried something new because I want to eat that again. I'm going to go finish up here because nobody really wants to watch me eat supper. And then as the weather progresses throughout the night, we'll keep you posted. I just looked again, it's supposed to start raining around 9 o'clock. And it's still over 90% on the radar, so... But then it's not really supposed to stop until early in the morning. So we'll come back to you guys in a little bit. We're going to finish this off. Well, it looks like we finally get to test this tent out in the rain. It's starting to spit now, but it's going to pick up overnight around 1 o'clock in the morning. It's a 98% chance of rain, so I'm assuming that'll be relatively heavy. I will keep you posted as the night progresses. It's about 8:30, 8:45 right now. It started spitting out. Enough that I've moved all my gear inside this little tent, so I'm kind of hunched up a little bit. But yeah, hopefully I can give you guys positive reviews for a 20-pound tent. Fingers crossed. Alright, I'll check back in with you in a little while. So it is around 10 o'clock now. It's been raining for about an hour and a half. And the sides of the tent are holding up really well. The bottom of the tent has a couple of puddles forming on the sides. But, I mean, considering what we spent for this tent, overall I'm staying pretty dry. So I'm really not going to complain too much. I'm going to wrap up in the sleeping bag. Try to stay a bit drier also. We're going to turn in for the night and try and leave here pretty early in the morning. If anything major happens with the tent, I will let you know. At the top here, there seems to be a leak in the seams. But other than that, we're doing alright. So, the rain is pouring in the tent from both sides. I'm getting soaked. It's been about an hour and a half of the rain, and this little tent is not. It's a good leisure tent. It's good in warm weather. I find it even holds out the wind pretty good. But with a little bit of rain, it's not cutting it. I just signed the paper. Well, I just got confirmation from a job interview this week that I have a new job to start. So I'm not going to risk laying down in the rain all night and possibly getting a cold and having to cancel that because of symptoms that may or may not be similar to COVID. So I think I'm going to pack up and stick my hoodie on and head home. It's only about a 20-minute walk from here. I'm a little disappointed, but I did only spend £20 on this tent. It's really good in normal circumstances. It's even decent in the wind. I don't really feel any breeze in here at night, even though the bottom of the front door doesn't really unzip with the zip up. Just the fly screen. So yeah, unfortunately, I cannot give this tent the stellar review I wanted to. But what I will do is pack up and head on out before, well, this rain's starting to come down pretty heavy now, so I'm going to pack up right now. We'll chat to you guys later. Alright guys, so we packed up camp and we've done the rough part of the hike in the dark, which I don't recommend to anybody. I didn't realize just how bad the leaks were until I pulled out and started packing my stuff away. And the whole bottom of the tent is basically a puddle. My sleeping mat completely soaked. Pillow completely soaked. The only thing that was keeping me somewhat warm was the multi-seasonal sleeping bag that I bought. But judging from how much water is in the bottom of that tent, that wasn't going to last much longer. So, don't cheap out in your tents. I will be purchasing a new, more robust one. I'm not going to spend a bank on it though, but I will definitely buy one that's got a little bit more gumption to it. Definitely getting my 3x3 hammock in. Hammock tarp in shortly, so we'll be doing more hammock tarps. For a cheap little tent, it's okay when the weather's nice. But basically what had happened was where the poles intersected the top to create the arch, that had put stress on the seams, and on each side about 6 of the seams were just gushing water basically. And I didn't realize that the one on the other side was doing it as well until I moved everything and started packing up. I do appreciate you guys watching my videos. Thank you very much. Over 1,000 views so far. Never thought we'd see that this quickly. If you are enjoying my content, please by all means like, subscribe, all the fun stuff. Follow the adventures, and hopefully we don't abandon any more camps soon. But just for the purpose of making sure that I'm physically fit to do this job on the weekend is why I've cancelled the rest of the camp for tonight. Also had a little bit of a boo-boo in there. I was moving around navigating the bags that were in there, and my right knee decided to completely pop out of place, so I literally had to punch that back into place. So the hike down a muddy trail with a knee that I basically physically put it back into place about 2 hours ago is not feeling so great. But on that note, we're going to leave you for this video. I know this last bit was a little bit creepy, standing under a bridge with a flashlight, but I was just chilling out of the rain for a few minutes before I finished my walk home. Like I said, guys, thank you very much for the support, and hope to see you next week.